So tell me why the new sports minister, Kofi Adams, will decide to call a meeting with the top hierarchy of the Ghana Football Association and the president of the GFA, Ket Okreku, and his vice president, Mark Addo, will decide not to show up for this particular crunchy meeting with the sports minister. Well, that was what happened when the new sports minister for sports and recreation, Kofi Adams, met with the top hierarchy of the GFA to discuss matters arising in Ghana's football. Well, in the past few days, if you've been following the Ghana Premier League and Ghana football in particular, you will realize that the Ghana Premier League has been put on hold. That is because a football fan of Kumasi Asante Kotoko was killed during the game between Nswatreman versus Kumasi Asante Kotoko some 8 days ago. And because of that, well, the top clubs in the Ghana Premier League, that is Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Accra Atofo, have decided that they don't want the Premier League to go on. And as a matter of fact, the new sports minister, Kofi Adams, decided to call a crunchy meeting with the stakeholders of Ghana's football industry. It included policemen who are not involved with the daily activities of football, but because of game security and what exactly happened that led to the death of Poli, they decided to show up, as well as other stakeholders. And when the GFA was invited, the GFA president, at this particular point in time where everything is serious, where your Black Stars, where we pumped millions upon millions into the national team, they couldn't qualify for the 2025 AFCON, and yet still the new sports minister calls for a meeting and you decide not to show up. Well, I know the GFA would say that the GFA doesn't belong to the state and all that, but when the president of the republic, President John Dramani Mahama, decides to appoint a new sports minister and says that work with this man, you have no reason or so not to show up. In fact, at this point in time, what is the GFA president and his vice president doing? Imagine when there is some serious crisis in Ghana and the president is not in Ghana, vice president is not in Ghana, and the speaker of parliament has to administer to things. Is this the kind of things we want to do? It tells you that it appears the GFA president and his vice, or the GFA top hierarchy, are not concerned, or they don't want anything to do with Ghana football. Then I think it's high time that they walk out and leave football for people who really have football at heart and that they want to manage Ghana's football. Because look at what is happening. Your Black Stars goes to AFCON, then they get knocked out at group stages. You can't even qualify to the next AFCON. World Cup qualifiers is coming up, and you have the chance to mediate with the new sports minister to talk about serious ways we can go ahead and make the Ghana Premier League bounce back, and you decide not to show up. Well, if you think I'm lying, the pictures on your screens are exactly the people who showed up for the meeting with the new sports minister, that is Kofi Adams. And in your shot, you can see the GFA's general secretary, that is Prosper Harrison Addo, as well as the GFA's spokesperson, that is Henry Asante Chum, and other members of the GFA and the stakeholders involved in Ghana football. But where is Ket Okreku and the vice president? People have been talking. In fact, Fentio Tariru also expressed his thoughts on his platform, and this was what he had to say. So yes, it appears many people are really angry. In fact, I don't understand this, because at this particular point in time where things are very serious and our GFA president is nowhere to be found, I don't want to believe that he is eyeing a post at CAF. So he has decided that, well, he's going to campaign for votes so that the people should vote for him. If you go and Ghanaians don't give you your blessing, you know what will happen. You need our blessings. If things at home is not functioning properly and you want to become a member of the GFA, CAF ESCO, then it means that you've really downgraded Ghana football. You don't prioritize Ghana football, and you want to get something at African football level to manage. We have to be serious in this country. But that is the situation that happened today on Monday when the sports minister met with the GFA top hierarchy and some stakeholders of Ghana football to talk about how to bring back the love for the Premier League and how we can solve hooliganism and make sure the Black Stars qualifies for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, which will be hosted in USA, Mexico, and Canada. But away from the GFA, let's talk about the Black Stars, because we all know that Ghana could not qualify for the 2025 AFCON, and that is due to how they mismanaged our Ghana football. But Tariq Lamptey has said that, well, we should put that one behind us and focus on qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Speaking in an interview, this was what Tariq Lamptey, the Black Stars defender, had to say. He said, "As a team, we always want to qualify for every major tournament. Missing out on AFCON is disappointing, but we have some big games coming up, so we have to look forward to that." He went on to say, "We still have a lot to play for, and it's crucial that we come together as a team, work hard, and ensure we are prepared for the challenges ahead." That is what Tariq Lamptey told Telecom Asia Sports in an interview. So that is Tariq Lamptey urging us all to put the AFCON 2025 qualifiers disaster behind us and focus on qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, because that is much more important and bigger to Ghana than the AFCON. Yes, we didn't qualify for the AFCON, but we can still qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, let's wrap it all up with former Black Stars player who happens to be one of the most decorated Ghanaian players in Ghana. Well, that is Sule Ali Muntari, who won the UEFA Champions League, FA Cup, Serie A titles, and many others. Well, he has opened up on making Mohamed Kudus the captain of the national team. Quite recently, Mohamed Kudus was made captain of the Black Stars in the AFCON qualifiers, and according to Sule Muntari, we shouldn't rush in making Mohamed Kudus the next captain of the Black Stars, because duly his time would come and he will serve as captain of the Black Stars. Speaking in an interview with 3 Sports, this is what Sule Muntari had to say.
Kudus, no matter what Kudus, no matter what, he's gonna get his captain. He's gonna be the captain of the national team one day.
Yeah.
Let it be smooth for him.
Yeah.
Don't just rush him. He doesn't, Captain Ukra, he doesn't even need the band, but he commands on the field all the time.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
He's all the team, the
football does the talking.
Basically, all of us, the whole Ghana, Kudus fire and all their to then he plays with us.
Yeah.
So, what's your problem?
Yeah.
You want to put Upese Ohano.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying Obehano for the captain. Don't let him be. Let him just enjoy his football.
Yeah.
Kudus has only potential yet. This is it's just getting.
Yeah.
That guy, he's just amazing. He get his he will be like deadly.
Yeah. That is Sule Muntari over there talking about Mohamed Kudus and the fact that Ghanaians don't doubt his talent and that we need to take time with him, because we've just seen little of his talent, and that Mohamed Kudus is bigger than what we see, and that we should take time with him and even putting the captain armband on him. Well, that is it, and that's how I wrap up here on Sports Updates Ghana. My name is Joseph Adamafiu. It's always a pleasure coming your way with the sports updates every now and then. If you love what I do, please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave a comment, share the videos with your fellow friends who like football and sports in Ghana and general. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out for now.